back at Costco, and this time is to make a review of the best and the worst granola bars that you can find in there, because one of the main questions is, Elena, which is a good granola bar that I can take anywhere because it's convenient, right? So let's get in and I will show you which ones are good choices. We got to the paradise of the granola bars. So let's see what we can find in here. I'm not gonna go in detail through all the granola bars because most of these granola bars in here are what I call candy bars. Candy bars. They are full of sugar. So I'm gonna review some of the ones that are more popular or the ones that maybe I use as well. But otherwise, avoid all the candy bars. Like these ones, for example, is just full of sugar. So this one, they call it nut granola bar. So nuts are supposed to be high protein, like a good snack. But first is peanut. I don't recommend peanuts because they cause a lot of allergies. But let's see what the ingredients would say. Oh, good thing about it is roasted nuts. Nuts has to be soaked, roasted, or sprouted to eliminate phytic acid that causes inflammation. But unfortunately, they are, of course, corn syrup. This is already a big no. They are oat, they are sugar, rice flour, kernel is a hydrogenated oil, fructose, canola, another hydrogenated oil. This has at least 5 different types of added sugar plus 2 different types of refined oils. So yeah, definitely not going home. What else we have in here? Oh, this is a really good example of what a lot of people, before we go through this, that is a better example. Let's go through this, for example. This, they will call it protein granola bar. So because it's protein, then it seems to be better. But of course, peanuts, again, they will have to be roasted, but peanuts is a really big allergen. So the ingredients in here is roasted peanuts, so that's good, they roast them, but then they have soy. Soy causes a lot of gastrointestinal distress. Chicory root is okay, that's a fiber. Semi-sweet chocolate chip doesn't sound good. There's sugar, chocolate liquor. This is not the chocolate, this is not raw cacao. And then it has vegetable oil, it has canola, peanut, kernel, palm. All of these are refined with petroleum. That they are sugar and corn syrup, fructose. This is really dirty. So how they can call it protein granola bar? It has tons of carbohydrates in one bar. And it is not about the type of carbohydrate that it has, it's about the type of ingredients, like a lot of refined oils and a lot of refined sugars. That is what is gonna cause the damage. So definitely big no. Oh, and then these fig bars, this is the example of what I call candy bars. And a lot of people say, oh, it's fig, it's a fruit, I'm gonna buy it, it's healthier than buying any other bars. But let's review these fig bars. So it has oats, flour, this already causes a lot of gastrointestinal distress. Has soybean oil, which is refined with petroleum, sugar, dextrose, fructose, 3 sugars in a row. I'm not going to continue reading because it's too much. Carrageenan is carcinogenic. So this corn syrup in there, you don't really want to put this in your body. It has everything besides fruit in here. So here I have another example of a famous protein bar, kiwi fruit nut granola. So this sounds like a lot of sweet to me, but what I have is oats, which this is not for a low carb alternative, corn syrup and sugar. Those are the next ingredients. That's tons of carbohydrate. Look, it has 25 grams. Imagine 1 teaspoon is 4 grams of sugar. 4. So you have 6 teaspoons of sugar in one granola bar. Would you ever eat 6 teaspoons of sugar like this? No. So why do we eat it in a different form? This is what we have to see. Plus it has canola oil, which is refined with petroleum, fructose, cornstarch. It has tons of added sugar. Soy causes a lot of gastrointestinal distress and inflammation. So definitely this is no. This is another example of a bar that is full of nuts, and then people buy it as a protein bar. It says just 5 grams of sugar, 5 grams of protein. It's not a lot of protein, but let's see what we have on ingredients. It has almonds, cashews, some fiber, pecans, honey is high fructose. Be careful if you are on a low carb diet. But they add glucose syrup. This is very raises your glycemic index a lot. Kernel oil is one of the oils that are refined. Alkalized cocoa is processed. So alkalized. And then soy causes a lot of gastrointestinal distress, is a big allergen, and cocoa butter. So what I see in here is two things. So one, there are tons of nuts, which is good. Of course, there are hydrogenated oils, and we said those are refined. But there are tons of nuts, but those nuts, it doesn't say anywhere they are roasted. So it means they are raw. And rule number one that you always hear me about is nuts have to be soaked, sprouted, or roasted to eliminate phytic acid, which causes a lot of gastrointestinal distress and inflammation. So here, it doesn't really say that they are roasted, so that will be a big no. It's gonna cause a lot of bloating, and a lot of these granola bars in general, they cause a lot of bloating when you eat them because of the ingredients in there. And second is alkalized cacao. Alkalized cacao means that it's processed with alkali, and that means it's processed, exactly. They pull a lot of the minerals, the phytonutrients that are in cacao when they process it like this. And cacao is a superfood. It's good for you. It has a lot of vitamin, minerals, tryptophan, iron, a lot of things that are good for your body. But when they process like this, the only thing that you have is the flavor of chocolate. You don't have anything else. So that is why they have it, basically for the flavor. It's not going to add any nutritional value at all. So this is what we see here, and this is the other alternative for kind bars that Costco has. It's also a lot of nuts. Let's see if anywhere it says that they are roasted. So here we have the ingredients. So almonds, dark chocolate, chicory root inulin is a fiber, is an indigestible fiber that is going to feed the bacteria in your gut. And if you have a lot of beneficial bacteria, it's okay because that helps as a prebiotic. But if you have dysbiosis or opportunistic bacteria overgrowth, it's going to feed also the bad bacteria, which means you don't want to have inulin on any product if you have gastrointestinal issues, because it's going to cause a lot of bloating and gas. Plus they add sugar. I don't like that. They add kernel oil, which unfortunately is refined. Cacao, again processed with alkali. That means it's just to add flavor. It has some lecithin from soy that causes some allergies. Sunflower seeds, pecans, rice syrup raises your glycemic index a lot, together with the sugar and the rice flour. So basically this has not a lot of protein, has tons of carbohydrates that raise your insulin level. So let's calculate. This is 4 teaspoons of sugar in here. In one bar, 4 teaspoons of sugar. This is a lot, so I don't recommend it. Plus it has oils that we don't want to have in there. Plus these nuts, it doesn't say anywhere they are roasted or sprouted. So let's review here together the 3 granola bars that I think could be a possibility for us to buy. I'm gonna put them side by side. So these are 3 protein bars that are grain-free. I think they are more into the paleo side, but let's see what they have. Alright, so let's start with this one. This is a very popular brand for a paleo alternative. So it's completely grain-free, so it's good, starting with that. It has a lot of nuts and seeds like almond, pecans. It says maple syrup. If you are on a paleo diet, that is okay. Cinnamon balances blood sugar, so it's good. But I want to see the ingredient label. So we have almonds, pecans, maple syrup, honey is very high in fructose. This is the part that I like the least. Unsweetened coconut, that's good. Pumpkin seeds, unrefined coconut oil, this is perfect. These are really good fuel for your body. Cinnamon, salt, and vanilla extract. These ingredients look very good, but remember, none of those nuts are sprouted or soaked or roasted, so they can cause some gastrointestinal distress. Then let's review this other one. So RX bars are also very popular, 12 grams of protein. Definitely this is higher in protein than these ones that we checked before, that is only 6 grams. This is a non-vegan alternative. You have egg whites. I don't see anywhere that these are from pasture-raised eggs, chickens. So that means these eggs probably are not that clean. You have dates, which is raising the intake in fructose. Then you have cashews, almonds, chocolate, cocoa, and natural flavor. What is natural flavors? Natural flavors include more than 100 chemicals that we don't even know what they are. Some of them are synthetic, not even natural. And even MSG is included in natural flavors. So this is not that clean, not pasture-raised chickens, natural flavors. These nuts are not roasted or sprouted or soaked. The other one is peanut butter, which peanut causes a lot of allergies. They are not roasted either. The same thing. And natural flavors, which we don't want to find that. So it is higher in protein than the others, but I would say less clean. And this is the other option from Costco for a protein bar. It has 20 grams of protein, so it looks like a lot of protein. It says only 2 grams of sugar, high in protein, and a lot of fiber, which sometimes is dangerous because this can cause a lot of bloating. You have bacteria overgrowth. But let's see the ingredients label. So this is not vegan, and then as a source of protein you have milk protein isolate and whey protein isolate. So when you have milk protein concentrate, you have casein, you have lactose, you have all the molecules that can cause a lot of allergies and gastrointestinal distress. So if you want to find some protein from dairy in there as a source of protein, you want to look for whey protein isolate, not whey protein concentrate. And I talk also about that in the video from how to buy protein powders, because that is also very important. Check the video in the description of this video. But so whey protein isolate means they take just the protein from the dairy. Whey protein concentrate or milk protein concentrate means that you have many other allergens from dairy in there, so you don't want to find that. But it has fiber in the form of corn, and it doesn't say anywhere that is genetically non-GMO, not genetically modified. So this is from a genetically modified corn. That is bad. They have cashew butter, vegetable source of oligosaccharides, which is a carbohydrate we don't even know. It doesn't say it's organic or non-GMO, so all these vegetable sources probably have tons of pesticides. And then erythritol is a sugar alcohol, and we don't digest sugar alcohols, so that causes a lot of fermentation and bacteria overgrowth. Again, chocolate processed with alkali, that means eliminate a lot of minerals from cacao, and stevia. So definitely that is not gonna go in our cart because it has a lot of vegetable sources that it doesn't say they are non-GMO or free of pesticides, and it has milk concentrate. It has whey protein isolate, it says in here, which is good, but it has milk protein concentrate, which causes a lot of allergies, so that is no. So I think these are the only granola bars that I'm gonna take home because my husband likes them and are the best of what we can find in here, but there is not an 100% clean choice. So I would suggest that you check the link in the description of the video how to make your own granola bars, because it takes no time. You can even freeze them and you can take them anywhere. It's very simple. You can control every single ingredient of what you put in that granola. You will see how you're gonna love that recipe. So please read the labels. There are a lot of things to look for when you buy a granola bar, and as you can see, none of the granolas are completely clean. And if you want me to review another product, put it in the comment section and I will make another video about it. And now I hope to see you hanging out in the next video.